Hi, this is Stephanie Click, Chairman of the Tarrant County Republican Party, and welcome to our Deputy Voter Registrar tutorial. Voter registrars must be at least 18 years of age and have not been convicted of failing to deliver a voter's application. The process begins by filling out the Tarrant County application. Your VUID number can be found on your voter registration card. Mail or fax your completed application to Tarrant County Elections. Also, if you would be willing to serve as a volunteer registrar for Tarrant County Republican Party, please also send us a copy of your completed application. From time to time, we are invited to participate in community events and set up registration applications, and by having a copy of your application, we'll be able to add it to the list of people willing to go to community events and register voters. You must wait until you receive your certificate of appointment before registering any voters. Along with your certificate, you'll be given an ID card, you'll be given voter registration cards, brochures, and the necessary supplies to complete your duties as a deputy voter registrar. If you were a deputy voter registrar appointed in 2009, your appointment will expire December 31st of 2010. If you've previously been appointed as a deputy voter registrar and haven't done so recently, please check the expiration date of your appointment. It may have expired and you will need to reapply. When you receive your certificate of appointment, you'll also receive some voter registration cards. The voter registration cards typically used by deputy voter registrars are different. If you'll notice on this example on the screen, there is a perforated tab on the bottom that you would complete after you review the voter's completed application and give that to the voter. I would instruct the voter to hold on to that little tab or stub until they've received their voter registration card. This is their proof that they did in fact register to vote. Volunteer deputy voter registrars must assist any eligible citizen in registering to vote, regardless of their party preference. After the voter has completed the application, please review carefully each voter registration application while the applicant is still present. Return an incomplete application to the applicant for completion. Issue a receipt to each applicant who submits a completed voter registration application. As a voter registrar, you may accept an application from any resident in the county who is a U.S. citizen, a resident of the county, and at least 17 years and 10 months of age. In regards to the 17-year-olds, their effective date of their voter registration card will not occur until they turn 18, although they can register in advance of their 18th birthday. Also, anyone that is not convicted of a felon unless a person's sentence has been completed, which also includes probation and parole. You may also accept applications from voters who wish to change or correct the information on their voter registration card. You are also permitted as a voter registrar to assist an individual in completing their application. Many times you will have a voter that has a disability or they may be quite elderly and they do need assistance in completing their form. If the applicant cannot sign his or her name, the applicant may make a mark of an X on the signature line. Please print the name of the applicant beside the mark and sign your name, address as the witness and state the reason the applicant was unable to sign. You may also receive an application from another registered voter on the behalf of their spouse, their parents, or their child. That person must sign the application as the agent and state the relationship to the applicant on the registration form. It is very important that the agent have the permission of the applicant to do this. Please carefully review each and every application. Be sure the application includes their full name, including any middle, maiden, or former name. There also must be a residence address, which must be a street address or a description of the location of the address. Some people receive their mail at a P.O. box, and that's fine, but you are qualified to vote based on where you live, so we must have a description or a physical address of their actual residence. Verify that you've got the applicant's signature and the date of their signing, date of birth including month, day, and year, and the citizenship question answered either yes or no. Be sure the applicant has read the statement that he is signing regarding his qualifications to register to vote. As a deputy voter registrar, it is not your responsibility to determine if the applicant is actually qualified to register to vote. You also cannot make the applicant provide information about his or her gender. You cannot make the applicant provide his or her phone number. On this screen, we have a voter registration log that we recommend that deputy voter registrars maintain, listing the date, name, and address and date of birth of each and every voter that they register to vote. In some counties, they provide a receipt book or the county provides a registration log. Tarrant County doesn't provide that. This is a log that we have developed at TCGOP. Our log contains only the permissible information in which you can record on a voter that you have registered to vote. We also recommend that you maintain this log until 22 months after the election. Once you have a voter that has completed a registration application, you must deliver the completed application to Tarrant County Elections, and you must do so within 5 days of receiving it, but not later than the day following the last day to register to vote in the next election. The last day to register to vote in the 2010 election is October 2nd. Failure to return a voter registration application in a timely manner is a criminal offense and grounds for termination. The Tarrant County Election Center is located in Northeast Fort Worth near the intersection of Interstate 35 and 28th Street. In the event that you have difficulty arriving at their office during their normal business hours, at the main public entrance on the west side of the building, there is a drop slot in the left door. You'll notice a picture, there are 2 doors there. There's a slot on the door on the left that you can drop your voter registration applications through their drop slot. An applicant can vote 30 days after voter registrations are automatically renewed every even-numbered year unless the voter moves to another address or is convicted of a felony. Frequently asked questions. If you've been designated a deputy registrar in Tarrant County and you'll be attending an event to register voters in which the attendees may come from Johnson, Denton, or Parker County, you may not register people outside of the county that you're deputized to register voters in. To deal with these situations, you might consider carrying some generic applications that are for any county in the state and hand them to those voters that need to register that do not live in your county. They can complete the application and mail it in to their county elections. You will not be permitted to collect those voter registration cards. You are only able to collect voter registration cards for voters that you're registering in your county. Instead of maintaining a log of the voters I register, Wouldn't it be easier just to make a photocopy of each completed application? No. Section 13.004 of the Texas Election Code does not forbid you to photocopy that information. Please instead use your voter registration log to keep a list of who you have registered to vote. Candidates or their campaign workers may serve as a volunteer deputy registrar. There's no prohibition in the election code. Is there a way for me to become a statewide volunteer deputy registrar? No, not in Texas. Volunteer deputy registrar appointments are made on a county-by-county basis. Do I have to become a voter registrar if I just want to hand out blank voter registration applications and forms and encourage people to register to vote? Yes, if all you want to do is hand out the forms. You do not have to be a deputy voter registrar. Anyone can hand out a blank application form to voters. It is the voters handing that application back to you completed to review and deliver to the registrar that triggers the requirement to be an authorized deputy registrar. What if someone says he or she is already registered? You may wish to advise the person that the new application form will be treated as an update if the old registration is in the same county and the voter is providing new information. If the person moved to a new county, he or she will have to register in the new county. May I appoint others to assist me in registering voters? No. Each volunteer deputy registrar must be appointed directly by the county. Can I mail in completed applications and submit them to the county in the mail? No, there are only two methods for delivering completed applications. That is to submit them by personal delivery or to give them to another deputy voter registrar for personal delivery to the county elections department. Again, if you're unable to personally submit the completed applications yourself to Tarrant County Elections, you may hand them off to another deputy voter registrar for the purposes of making a personal delivery to Tarrant County Elections. I failed to submit an application to the county. Now what should I do? Submit them to the county registrar as soon as possible. Under the law, the voter's not impacted by your late delivery. However, you should deliver them as soon as possible. Further delay will create problems in getting accurate lists of voters in time for early voting and election day. How long is it again that I need to keep my voter registration logs? It's really not addressed in the election code, but we would suggest that you retain the logs for 22 months following the election closest to the effective date of the applications. For more information regarding elections and voting in Texas, please contact the Texas Secretary of State's website or by calling 1-800-252-VOTE. This presentation was paid for by Tarrant County Republican Party Victory Fund, and it was not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. My name is Stephanie Kleck, and I'm the chairman of Tarrant County Republican Party. Thank you for listening to our podcast.